Hello, hello. Alright. We're gonna head and start out with some killer. Yeah, let's play Xeno. Do anything cool? I just woke up. I had to get myself some water because I was dehydrated, so I was a couple minutes late. See, we have a Jake, Claude, Fang, and a Leon. And a Jake that can't decide on what the fuck he's wearing, holy shit. And now he's just playing Claude. Okay. And now he's playing Rick. Any dreams? No. I take it they're trying to pressure the other players into all wearing the same Claudette skin. Because they've, like, readied up and unreadied, like, several times. On the bright side, this tells me that they're not all in the, in a Survive with Friends lobby, so this won't be entirely terrible. Oh, you're back in receiving? Nice. Ooh, Hawkins. I haven't been on this map in a little bit. We're gonna check out that gen. I got footsteps above me. Or go here. Hi! Where do you think you're going? What? I got blocked by the fucking computer. Whatever, I got the hit off. That's Fang down. They do have a Leon, so I should probably be mindful of potential flashlight saves. I'm gonna immediately head back upstairs. Alright, they freed Feng. Let's head back down. They went this way. Found them. Ooh, bad body blocking, Leon. Oh, they have a boon nearby. I'll get back to you, Leon. I'll let them have that unhook. They're playing way too risky right now. I can still see you, by the way. You're not... Yeah, you better start running. Alright, we're gonna pretend to commit. Immediately double back, because I guarantee you they're going for Leon now. No? Where are you? There you are. Uh-oh, you've blocked yourself in. Gotcha! Hi. This just isn't your guys' day, huh? I know there's somebody here. They put up another boon, but I don't know how that's gonna help them. Fang's dead. They have Shadow Step. Shadow Step doesn't stop blood trails, though. I'll let Leon go. Hi. Yeah, nice try. Is your friend in here? I see our next target. Yeah, nice try. That's game. Shadow Step is a boon perk. They've tried it 3 times this match. It has worked 0. Shadow Step, whenever the survivors are within the aura radius of the boon, they do not leave any kind of trail, with the exception of blood. So they don't leave scratch marks. I'm pretty sure survivors are quiet as well. But I'm pretty sure blood pools still drop. They just don't make noise, and they don't leave scratch marks. And that was a complete 4K. GG's. If you're wondering where they messed up there, they got too aggressive with their counterplay, and they just effectively served me my victory on a silver platter. I should probably put out that I'm streaming. I forgot to do that. So what's the strategy with Shadow Step? Shadow Step, you want to put the boon in a place that's like inconvenient for the killer. They just seem to kind of put it wherever. And then the big thing you really want to do with Shadow Step is boons in general, you want them to be in areas that you don't need to go to, which means that the killer especially doesn't need to go there. So like the best part for a boon is if it's a multi-layered map, the center of the map is so fucking brutal sometimes. If it's any other map, really, the best spot for a boon tends to be in a corner. If you can get your boon in a corner, number one, all survivors automatically know where boons are. They can just see them. So this creates situations where, say, you have a boon somewhere, and we'll go with Circle of Healing because that's probably the best one. Once your teammates know you have Circle of Healing and know where it's set up, Going forward, anytime they get injured, they're just gonna go over there and heal. Because it increases heal speed by a factor of like 70%. And what makes this brutal on the killer, if you put this in an area that, like, you've already done the generator, the killer has to go out of their way to stop your little healing party in the corner. And if not everyone's over there, somebody's out, like, on the other side of the map doing gens, that's brutal as far as time's concerned. Shadow Step is good because if you set up your boon in a strong area where there's, like, a lot of pallets still and maybe a lot of corners, you can just run the killer over there every time. And if you're not injured, they're gonna have one hell of a time trying to follow you and chase. Got one. I got two. Pretend to commit. He drops. He's down. And we already got a DC. A lot of people don't know this about Knight, but he can down you in pretty rapid succession. If you get hit by his guard and he's still nearby, he can just hit you immediately after. Somebody's hiding over here. Ooh, that was close. What? Oh, hello. She went somewhere to my right. Ah, doesn't matter. Jake got downed by a guard. She's nearby trying to get a flashy save. I'm gonna drop a guard on top so she doesn't get any ideas. And we're just gonna take Jake straight in the basement. I see her. Alright, I got a guard on him and his rescuer's hiding over here. Looks like they fucked up a skill check over there. I'm gonna drop a guard on top of them. Got a free hook on Dwight. I don't even know how he went down. What's up? I know a little bit about his lore, yeah. Knight was effectively a mercenary from the medieval era. I think the full lore is that, like, he was a slave at one point who got his freedom. I can't recite all of it off the top of my head because it's a little long, but... My favorite part about his extended lore, though, is, when the entity was, like, bringing him into the fog, he refused to go without his crew. It's like all the guards, the apparitions that he summons, those are like his traveling buddies from when he was, you know, still in the medieval era. Does Knight actually make noises? No, he doesn't talk. Oh, you fucked up. Alright, well, the Laura gave up. And that's game. I've been having a good day today as far as matches are concerned. They didn't have bad builds either. Aside from weird ones like fucking slippery meat. They were all running pretty good builds. Here, I'll pull up Knight's lore real quick. I'm not gonna read all of it in full, but... Yeah, effectively, he began his life by his, like, village getting raided and everyone being fucking killed. And he wakes up from, like, a near-death comatose, pulling himself from the, like, mass grave. And he kind of swears himself to an oath of chivalry after that. He joins a, like, mercenary knight guild, works with them for a few years, meets his friends. He leaves because he just wants to go freelance, but his friends aren't allowed to leave, so he goes and, like, raises enough gold to buy them out. And they end up becoming... they end up becoming what I'm gonna call freebooters, which are effectively, bandits for hire. But if they're not being hired, they're just gonna terrorize, like, the local population for money. What's worth noting is he actually does have lore with one of the survivors. So he knows Vittorio. Because Vittorio, who was a medieval scholar, at one point hired him. Vittorio hired him for protection during, like, one of his expeditions. And, I think Vittorio had promised him to, like, help him find whatever he had been seeking. Because, the knight had always been, like, looking for something in his life. However, he ends up leaving Vittorio for dead inside the dungeon. Vittorio obviously gets out. Smash Pash Vittorio? Or the knight? Neither. No, thank you. Neither of them have a Hooked on You character. What are you talking about? Hooked on You only featured Trapper, Spirit, Huntress, and Wraith. But if they did, well, Vittorio is... He's probably only middle-aged, but because of, like, the time he's been alive, he's looks older. But yeah, I'm not really into older men. And, I don't even know what the knight looks like. Presumably so they could have an emo boy, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Why the fuck are you freaking out so much? Holy shit. I think you're making a real mountain out of a molehill with them choosing Wraith when Wraith is like one of the original killers. He's not bad. You can do some good things with Wraith. Bring Nurse back? Dude, shut the fuck up about Nurse. Nurse never went away. Nurse has been the S tier pick since she came out. There's no bringing Nurse back. She never went anywhere. We're against Springtrap! Springtrap! Five Nights at Freddy's. You can't replace Wraith with Nurse. They wanted, two men, two women. Where the fuck is Springtrap, bro? We're about to crank a whole gen out and I haven't seen him yet. It's not necessarily a pizzeria map, but yes, there is a FNAF map. Oh, there he is. You're too late, Springtrap. Well, I tried to take a hit for that Fang, but she went down anyway, so... Oh no, never mind. Flashy save, I guess. We should just barely get a full heal out of this. So long as I land my skill checks, that is. Oh yeah, just barely. Actually, I should check. Is, okay, basement's not in here. They're gonna crank out that gen, so I'm gonna go for the save. Fuck you, William Afton. Collect my pronouns, motherfucker. Skirt, skirt. See you later. Ah, I fucked it up. And they fucked up the flashy save. That's okay, though. I was entirely trying to buy time. They didn't heal the Fang, but we got the heat off the Fang, so she's not, like, at risk of getting double hooked anymore. Fang, I think he sees you. Yeah, he does. Damn, he grabbed her. I thought our other Fang ran to this side of the map, but I can't find her. Healing party. Let me heal you. Crank out this gen. The killer. From Dead by Daylight, no. I don't think he knows what to do. There's so many of us and we're just like constantly on the fucking gen. Yeah, I knew that would waste his time. He was back over at that gen the moment he hooked her. Alright, he's in chase with somebody else. But he didn't find me, so I popped this gen easy. Yup. And then we ramp off this ledge here. And that's gonna give us the haste to go get Fang. I'm gonna need to run him over here. Yeah, there wasn't much else I could do there. We're definitely still getting a 2-man out. Honestly, if they're really on top of gens, we could probably still get a 3. Ooh, never mind. No, Fang's in... Fang, who is dead on hook, is in chase. Alright, well, the Fang who has never been hooked is repping out a generator. Alright, they're about to unhook me. I guess the question is... how long can that Feng stay in chase? Ooh, nice. Okay, they were able to divert Springtrap onto somebody else. Which means we just have to finish this gen here. He's not taking it, no. So he's gonna camp. He's either gonna activate the anti-camp and she's gonna unhook herself, or me and Fang can heal up here and we can two-man this. Springtrap isn't Huntress. He doesn't physically have enough time between throwing his axe to get another hit in that could allow him to double tap effectively. We'll just need to get close without him seeing us, which shouldn't be too hard. We have this jungle gym in the way. Alright, well, she's dead. I'm not sure why she took the first hit. I don't know. It was a bit of a misplay on her part, but that's fine. We could have had the 4-man. If after she got hit, she rebound and kind of fucked off, I would have been able to get the unhook, and that would have been fine. Maybe she thought he didn't see him? I don't know. Alright, while this loads, I'm gonna run an ad break real quick because I want to get a drink out of the freezer. I'll be right back. Damn, we're still not in a match. I am reminded, I'll need to double check. I don't think I uploaded the VODs from last week. Which is fine, right? Because VODs are good for, VODs are good for 2 weeks before they get auto-deleted, but I'll definitely need to double check. How are we still not in a match? What the fuck? To expand upon a previous question, FNAF has a whole collection that came with the update. So it was Springtrap, a bunch of skins for Springtrap, and then there was like pizzeria merch for a lot of the survivors, and then there was I'm pretty sure there is a pizzeria map. I mentally get it confused with the movie theater map a lot of the time because the outside is kind of similar. What drink are we having? Monster Reserve Peaches and Cream. Personal favorite of mine. While we have time, I want to give special thanks to Royal Guardian 2, who followed 6 days ago. Like I say all the time, please follow while I'm streaming so I could personally thank you. As well as Pine Stalker. Thank both of you. Always a blessing to have more people. I think what I'd like to do sometime, I'm thinking of ways I want to improve the setup. Or at least, the stream experience, I guess we could call it. Ooh, it's the unknown. And he has the add-on that makes everybody weakened at the start of the match. Alright, this is gonna be good, actually. There he is. We need to stare at him to lose our weakened. He's in chase with an ace right now, and it looks like Adam is prepping for a flashlight save. Ace is actually running him really hard, though, so that's pretty good. Tap and I should have this generator done if he can last, like, 10 more seconds. Oh, there he goes. Adam was already over there. I don't know why the fuck Tap just abandoned me. We don't need 2 people to go for the save. Ooh, hold on. Are they going for a Sabo? Oh, they got him out. They got a Sabo play. Yeah, it definitely wasn't worth it, though. I just had 3 fucking idiots go down. Shit. Tap just unhooked himself. Holy shit. I just pulled off a heal mid-chase. I'm so fucking dirty. And just like that, our team recovered with only one hook. That's fucking disgusting. Aw, they mistimed the pallet save, but they got the flashlight save! Holy shit! We're back in it! I found his hex. Oh, dude, that was intense. Holy shit. I want that shit clipped. We need to start doing fucking gens, though. Ooh, the skill checks. We're losing this game. I don't see a reality where we win this game. My teammates were too aggressive and it paid off maybe twice, but even though I was able to, like, pull a recovery off them fucking up, they didn't take advantage of it, you know? They were too focused on trying to get a save or whatever that they didn't end up, they didn't heal, they didn't do anything with that time. Alright, well now Tap's in chase. Tap's fucking down. I can free Ace heal him. I'm 99 on my heal, so he can just touch me and I'll be good. Fucking get out of here, Ace. Ooh, I go down here. Yep. Yep. There was nothing I could do about that. Ace, what the fuck are you doing? He tried to he flashlights the killer's back, and then he stuck around to try and sabo. With, like, only 5 meters worth of distance. He's not even gonna get to unhook Tap. He's gonna go down. He got Tap. He went down. Yeah, he's gonna tunnel Tap now. No, it's okay. He didn't come over here. I'm still dying. Don't mind me. I should just try to unhook myself at this rate. The game won't let me. Holy shit. Let me try. Oh my lord. This is why I've been playing less Survivor and more Killer, you know? You can do everything right, and your teammates will still do shit like this. I think he's just letting Tap bleed out on the ground. Oh no, he's letting Ace bleed out on the ground. That's kind of funny. And I don't think it's because he's planning on giving Ace Hatch. If he was, that would be wild, because Ace was like one of the ones bullying him. Ace rage quit. That's kind of funny. Was that a 3-man bully squad? I think it was. No. No, it was just a bunch of people who all thought they could do the same thing. I want to see his build, though. Unforeseen, that's a pretty good perk. Hex Ruin, yep. Barbecue, yep. Spies from the Shadows is a weird one, but other than that, yeah, pretty good build. He brought 2 Iridescents. There's no reason we had to lose that. We 100% could have won that match. He was a good unknown player, but he wasn't, like, that good, you know? We could have... we could have won that. It's okay. Deep breath. We have more matches to win. I want to pick a Survivor that I play, I guess, more often. At least when I'm on stream. There's a bunch of Survivors that I do like, honestly. I like Yui. I like this new dress I got for her. I ended up getting Vigo's Marauder for Jake as well, which I think looks really nice. I have Ada with the duffel coat. I like that Ada's background theme is like subtle piano notes. That's also nice. I got the Castlevania skin for Michaela, which luckily comes with like that grand organ kind of background, which is nice. And then I got Siri, I think is her name, or is it Chris? I always get the two confused. It's Siri. I got Siri for Sable, which has this baller-ass background music. I really like this. I did get Trevor Belmont. I just don't have the skin I want for him yet. And then I also got Tari.
I have always been loyal. Let me serve.
I always end up going back to check if Leon has any skins I like, and honestly, I know a lot of people like Leon's Resident Evil 4 like leather jacket, and I like it too, don't get me wrong. But his actual police uniform is probably my favorite outfit for him. I think the only way I could like it more, I don't know how to describe it in a way that makes any kind of sense. Certain police precincts, you'll see it sometimes. They have instead of the usual, like, collared shirt, I think they do this in more cold weather areas, which is where I'm from, but, matchmaking process failed, holy shit. I've seen police officers before who just, they just wear, like, a hoodie, or, like, a jacket instead of the collared shirt, which looks a lot nicer in my opinion. I understand there's a whole thing about, like, professionalism and being presentable, because police officers are both, like, law enforcement, but in a weird way, they're also kind of, like, human services. Because a lot of the times, they just have to fucking talk to people, and it'll be something stupid like, ma'am, you can't park here. Oh wait, I can't wait to be on my first, yeah. I saw a hoodie ages ago that I really liked, and I kind of wish Leon was wearing something similar, except not like a weird printout, I guess. It was like Leon's police vest from Resident Evil 2, but it was formatted onto a hoodie. I don't know, I'm a really big fan of jackets and coats. At least in terms of, like, practical attire. When it comes to shit that looks nice, I mean, I'm wearing, like, you can tell by this Yui outfit what I like. But, when it comes to, like, more practical outfits, I love jackets, I love coats. I honestly also really like, I would consider wearing Shinoa's dress, which is what Yui has equipped right now. It's a really nice outfit. I like the armored thigh-high boots, and then the chest plate with some, like, I always forget the names of plates that go on the side. Because it's not common to just put plates on your side. If you're putting plates around, like, your lower body, normally you're encompassing your entire lower body. So I'm just gonna call them thigh guards, because I don't know what they're called. Forgive me, Renaissance enthusiast. But yeah, I really like her outfit. She's also apparently a really cool character within, Resident Evil's lore. By the way, it's Houndmaster again. When I was looking to buy, the skins for these characters that were, like, from established properties, I actually went to, like, the wikis to read about them. Because I was curious, like, I really like their outfits, I want to know more about them. Yeah, we're up against Cupcake. I got her with a pallet vacuum. So Shinoa is not a Belmont, which is notable in the, Castlevania series, because normally it's only Belmonts who can bring down, Dracula and his cronies. Shinoa actually belongs to a, I'm gonna call them a cult, because in my opinion, any, like, small, extremely dedicated religious following that doesn't have, like, an official basis is basically a cult. Shinoa's cult had dedicated themselves to stopping Dracula in the event of his return during the Belmont's absence. So Shanoa was effectively trained from a very young age to fight evil. She was like a powerful sorcerer of sorts. And I guess her big thing was that she could take monster souls and turn them into weapons that she could materialize in battle. I think it's something like that. I'm probably a little off. But yeah, really cool character. Unfortunately, I think she was a one and done character. Like, she was there for her game, and then they, like, killed her off by the end of it. But she succeeds in her goals. She stops Dracula from being resurrected. Our Jake Park just left the game. Get cheeky unhook from out behind her. Yeah. And then the other character that I really liked, the fucking... the white-haired twink that I kept talking about. Alright, what we're gonna do is set a trap. I intentionally failed a skill check and repaired the generator just a little bit. So she's gonna come back to check on that generator. Because she's been trapping it well, she's been hitting it a lot. I put a blast mine on there. So when she comes back for it, she's gonna kick it. It has virtually no progress anyway. And it's gonna blow up on her. It's gonna be great. So the other character I was interested in, Soma Cruz. Soma is a foreign exchange student who I guess is doing a gap year in Japan. I think what ends up happening with Soma is he and one of his friends are touring, they're touring, like, Dracula's... Oh, no, they get fucking lost in the mist, Dead by Daylight style. End up at Dracula's castle. And there ends up being a fuck ton of people there. Because I guess a ton of people were expecting Dracula's reincarnation to be soon. And a lot of people were, like, competing to be the next Dracula or whatever. So, like, there's effectively a lot of cultists and, dick riders who want to be the next Dracula. And they're all competing for, like, the title of King of Monsters. And Soma is just trying to get him and his friend out of there. Which is when Soma discovers that he's actually, Dracula's reincarnation. Ah, shit. Double back. Yeah, I ran her as long as I could. Soma is different, though, from Dracula. Soma doesn't become the king of monsters, because while his soul is effectively the reincarnation of Dracula, he's still mentally a human, right? So he's not like a fucking asshole who wants to, like, bring darkness to the world. And I think it's because of that that Soma doesn't actually get the ability to control monsters. However, he does discover he can manipulate their souls. Oh, she's just gonna... yeah. Yeah. So, when Soma kills monsters, he, similar to... It's like an ongoing thing in the Castlevania series, I suppose, but, like, similar to, Shinoa, he can manifest... He can effectively summon their souls as attacks. Which is pretty cool. He ends up stopping the cult. They obviously can't reincarnate Dracula, because he's effectively Dracula. So they switch gears and try to kill him instead. Hoping that, like, maybe they could free Dracula's soul and bring him back. Anyway, yeah, this game's over. I don't know anything about the other two characters I bought skins of. I know Ciri is effectively the adopted child, for Geralt. I didn't think that was gonna work, holy shit. We got unhooked, and I literally just crouched under the hook, and I was just praying that the, yeah, that the bot would end up taking the aggro. Oh god, the bot's following me. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. She's gonna find us pretty easy. Or not. The bot's gonna go for the save. We might still be able to get a hatch out of this. Door's here. Take note of that. We're unfortunately suffering from Oblivious, which means I'm not going to be able to read any auras. She's right there. We're going to hide in plain sight, effectively. Because the last place she's gonna check is right on top of the hook. Yep, she immediately left. I'm gonna ditch the medkit. We're going low profile. Chat, we still have a chance to make it out of this alive. Alright, she found the last bot. So we can play for two things here. We can either hope that we find Hatch first, or we can play the door gambit. When she has dog, I don't think we would win door gambit, unfortunately. Found it. We're out. We actually did it. Holy shit. We did it, chat. Not even Princess can stop us. I want to see her build. Popgo's Overcharge, Hex Third Seal, and Predator. Yeah, dude, if she had barbecue, our entire plan would have been, like, fucked. And I thought about that briefly, but nothing that had happened prior in the match made me think barbecue. So luckily, that was the right call. Oh, holy shit. I thought that match was done for. I genuinely didn't think we were gonna make it out of there. I want to switch up my build a little bit. We've been doing the same thing for a while. Let's run Smash It. So if you don't know, Smash It gives you 50% haste for 4 seconds every time you get a pallet stun. Although it causes exhausted for 20. Compared with other exhaustion perks, it has a very, like, I guess, particular trigger. Because it relies on pallet drops. And, well, it relies not just on pallet drops, it relies on stuns with pallet drop. However, it gives you the longest haste period possible. Which is really good for getting distance. Well, longest haste period from a exhaustion perk. And then I think we should start running a solo insurance perk. Which, in my opinion, a good one to run would be Clairvoyance. Either Clairvoyance or... No, Still Sight doesn't... Yeah, Still Sight doesn't do it. Clairvoyance is a really good insurance perk for like last man standing situations because effectively with Clairvoyance you just need to cleanse or bless a totem once during the match, right? Do that, and then when you have no items in your hand, anything within 64 meters, you can effectively see it. The only exception is the killer. And you can do this for 12 seconds. So, exit gates, generators, hooks, chests, the hatch, you see all of it. I think we'll run that, and then... We'll Make It is just a really good perk in general. I don't like getting rid of it. We don't have an anti-tunneling perk though, which is a little unfortunate. Because it means we have nothing to protect ourselves. Outside of doing well in chase, really. I don't know. I guess we could swap out Will Make It with Botany Knowledge. It does mean that we'll lose part of the advantage that comes with Will Make It, which is the 90% heal speed for others when we unhook. However, it also increases our heal speed by 50%, and these past few games I've had to heal myself at least once, so... It's not a bad idea. Alright, so we're running Botany Knowledge, Deja Vu, Clairvoyance, and Smash It. What a weird build. It makes sense, right? I mean, we have an Altruism perk, we have an Info Gen perk, we have our, like, Solo Insurance perk, and we have our Chase perk. But it sounds so weird to say out loud, because if I was playing with other people, I wouldn't for, like, a moment consider running this. If I was playing with other people, I'd probably keep Will Make It. I would definitely bring a boon, because boons can be really powerful with a coordinated team. Oh, 2 cakes, nice. I would probably bring Reassurance too. Reassurance is a really nice perk for teams. It can be good in solo as well, but the problem with like running Reassurance solo is that you're probably the only person running Reassurance. I shouldn't say that. I've seen people run Reassurance. I'm gonna let them all work the bathroom generator, because I have Deja Vu, so I can just see generators. Deja Vu is such an under... Bellboy. There's no pallet here, fuck. We take a hit. Yep. We make this. Smash it! I need a fucking generator to be done, please! Oh shit. Fuck. I thought I was being sneaky. That's okay, we got a generator. We got a generator, and not only that, they're about to finish another one. I ran him for 2 gens. We gonna heal? Thank you. Why are we all not doing gens now? It looks like he's blocking some of them somehow. I saw a totem. We can get rid of that right now and give ourselves clairvoyance for later. Clairvoyance is go. He's not gonna come over here because this generator's already blocked. What do we have over here? We have the drop down. We have a pallet that we dropped earlier. Honestly, he's probably gonna come from over there. I don't see him dropping down for no reason. If we put ourselves right here, we're in a position where he probably won't be able to body block us from the pallet. We just won't be able to trigger smash hit in this room, so we can play the tile until he eventually has to break it, and then we can run. We'll probably take a hit getting out of here, but it'll buy us time, is what it comes down to. Okay, he's over there. He's roughly in the middle of the map. Ada, why didn't you finish that gen? Okay, good. They got one of his hexes. I don't even know what his hex was. He's hooking somewhere near me. Oh, he hooked right on top of me. So he's probably gonna drop down. Oh, they already got the unhook though. That's. Oh, there he is. Fuck, he's right on top of me. Yep. We don't make this. Swing and a miss, baby! Ha ha! Let's fucking go. He's still on my ass. I know he is. He wants me. No. No. Are they going for a flashy save? No, they don't get that. Alright. Kate finishes a gen. Ada's close to finishing a gen. They're trying to unhook me, but he's like right on top of us right now. He's gonna tunnel me out, yeah. Point. He accidentally triggered my endurance. The best thing I can do is run for this gate and just hope that somebody's already getting it. I was gonna say, if I go down, going down here actually isn't bad. Yeah, see, he's paranoid. He's paranoid because I went down next to the gate and I'm not near any hooks. And he knows that they can approach from any angle behind him, and he still has to get me all the way to the fucking, hook. Yeah, that's it, though. This is what I was talking about by, like, we don't have an anti-tunnel perk. We ran him really well, but we didn't have any, like, insurance for if he started tunneling us off hook. I don't have any of the really good anti-tunneling perks, unfortunately. What would have saved us there was adrenaline. An adrenaline play would have saved us. Adrenaline, a good Dead Hard, although Dead Hard would have meant we didn't bring Smash It. Do I really have any anti-tunneling perks we could bring? Not really, no. I'll just take adrenaline. Adrenaline might not have saved us there, but it definitely would have been the, it would have put me in a safer spot, which might have allowed them more time, I don't know. We can do one more, provided we get a game in a timely manner. Sorry, I'm looking at a list of the Pride charms that they've released over the years. I'm gonna redeem a few of them now so that you guys can also see them. Because I don't know about all of these, and I think some of them are kind of funny. So we have a Pride Crow. I'm not gonna redeem all of them here on. I'm just gonna redeem the. Oh, okay. I guess I don't get to. There's another one. It's the Kindred perk icon, but with like a heart. I think that one's kind of cool. I might actually use that one. That one's kind of funny. At least we unlocked the Rainbow Crow. Let's see, we have a Leon, a Zarina dressed up as Attack on Titan woman, and Jake Park with a leather jacket. Alright. One last game. I'm pretty sure we've won more than we've lost tonight, but I don't know, it's like in one brain cell out the other. Oh, we all spawned together. Alright. I'm gonna do my usual trick of cutting it wide. We're against Pig. So what do I mean by cutting it wide? So, Deja Vu doesn't always highlight gens that are, like, next to you. However, you might have noticed that as Killer, the first thing I do is go to the side of the map that's furthest from me, because that's where the survivors most likely are. if Deja Vu highlights gens on the other side of the map, I'm gonna cut a wide path around the map, because the killer's likely not going to check over there, because they probably spawned over there. One of our teammates got one of her hexes. I'm gonna assume it was Ruin. I didn't get a pop-up though, so maybe it was something else. Whichever one causes, like, obliviousness to the injured, I don't know. Zarina and Leon are in chase. Jake and I are on separate gens. Jake dropped gen? No, okay. It is a pig, so we have to be moderately mindful, because she is at least sometimes a stealth killer. That's 2 gens popped. Alright, she's in a bad spot now. We now have 2 gens done. She hasn't hooked a single survivor. She hasn't trapped anyone yet either. Somebody's injured nearby. She has dying light. Okay, that's interesting. Dying light is... She has dying light and Huntress Lullaby. Interesting. So Huntress Lullaby makes skill checks harder. Especially within the killer's terror radius. She has Hex Ruin. She has Dying Light, and then they cleansed the totem earlier, so I'm gonna assume her 4th perk is Undying, which, for context, it makes it to where if somebody destroys your Hex, it respawns. Dying Light slows down the speed of all survivor actions, with the exception of the Obsession, who does everything faster. Which is why it's a double-edged sword. Huntress Lullaby increases, skill check, like, difficulty within killer terror radius. I don't know, it's worth using in a niche build, maybe. Alright, we need to get back on gens. Basement's here, so we gotta be careful. Ooh, swing and a miss! Hey Leon, do you mind helping me out here, buddy? Thanks, man. To be fair, I used to do that for track supply. I had days where I would get home from drill and go in because they were short-handed and they offered to pay me, so why wouldn't I? I'm not complaining. Leon's pretty cute. Oh, I already depleted my medkit. What the fuck? When did I do that? Honestly... Yeah, we'll start this gen. Dying Light, Huntress Lullaby, Ruin, and then Undying. At least I'm pretty sure it's Undying, because they cleansed a Hex earlier. And she didn't lose anything. So unless that was like another totem she had that just got kicked out the gate. I'm not sure. But yeah, Dying Light is... It's a double-edged sword. If you can tunnel the obsession out of the game, it's really good, right? I've had games, though, where, like... I, as the obsession, had Dying Light. I did everything 20% faster, and the killer never found me. They were too busy chasing other survivors, and I was too busy doing gens. And because I was doing gens 20% faster, like... It was brutal. I'm gonna heal and then send her out of here. No, I don't want to heal. I don't want to heal because Hex Ruin is gonna kick our fucking ass. I can afford to get hooked. I can't afford to lose this gen. We don't have a lot to work with, but luckily she's still on that side of the map. We should be able to pop this gen. I mean, I don't do it as much because I don't run resilience, like it's my fucking religion anymore. But I remember telling you guys on one stream that like I'm really prone to staying injured. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm overconfident. It doesn't scare me being injured. Especially because if the killer is, like, off doing something else, that 9% repair speed fucking hurts over time. Jake got another one of her hexes. She's nearby. We gotta keep a low profile. Yeah, she didn't see me. She has Zarina trailing her. I'm gonna stay nearby to take a hit for Leon, just in case. Hurry up, Leon. Fuck. She's going for Zarina. We have a chance to save Leon. Leon, get your fucking ass up. Alright, well, it's only thanks to Zarina's sacrifice that we were able to get Leon off death row there. Yeah, traps kill you. She knows where we are now because Jake is fucking up this skill check. I'll keep her occupied. Yep. That's okay, I can get hooked. Yeah, Jake fucked up like 2-3 skill checks. What makes it even worse is I've had healing progress, and because he fucked up the skill checks, I had negative healing progress. That's okay though, it's my first hook. We bought them time to get Zarina, and we bought them time for Leon to get his trap off. The unfortunate thing now It's gonna come down to how fast can the team recover. If we... So, Jake is in chase right now. Zarina's coming over. If we can all collectively heal and get on a gen before Jake dies, that's gonna be... that could be enough to turn the game around. It could be enough to get a 2, maybe 3 man out. Bare minimum 1. It comes down to how well can Jake run this. Shit, I didn't get a pop-up. Is Huntress Lullaby making skill checks silent, or is that just... Is that just a bug? I don't know. Alright, Jake's dead. I have a trap. She's coming for me. I'll take aggro. Fuck it. Come get some. Ooh, I ran right into her. That's bad. What the fuck was that? It's okay. Zarina going for the most telegraphed flashlight save I've ever seen. I can't blame her though, I fucked up that chase hard. Alright, in this situation... we maybe get a 1-man out. It depends on how Leon plays this. Revealing himself to the killer, okay. Bold move. I'm not gonna be able to wiggle out of this. I mean, I'll certainly try. Yeah, no. Leon's gonna be in chase, yep. Zarina can get an unhook here, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. I can maybe take a hit for Leon. Like that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna... Zarina's gonna die here. I guess the question is she gonna start slugging for a... No, okay. We need to get out of here. I don't know if I would say Pig is jiggy with it. I think I would just say that she's running kind of a noob crusher build that relies on people not completing skill checks. I'm just gonna work on removing my trap and keeping a low profile. Leon's now in chase, that sucks. If she kills Leon, that will... Yeah, okay. Alright, this is gonna put us in a hatch situation again. I unfortunately don't have clairvoyance, so I won't be able to just see the hatch, but we can still make game for it. Ah, she found us. That's game. Only if you're leaving through exit gates. If you're leaving through, hatch, you don't need to. So it comes down to a few questions, right? Is the trap powered? If the trap isn't powered, it doesn't do anything. If the trap is powered, you can't leave through the main gate, but you can leave through hatch. Because hatch doesn't abide by the rules of this realm. Is what I believe the actual in-lore answer is. And then if a trap is powered, it kills you after a set time. That time can be, like, adjusted with, perks. Add-ons. The hatch isn't magic, per se. It was created by... I'm pretty sure it was created by a guy called Vigo. Vigo is one of those survivors who's important to the lore, but you never actually meet him. A lot of survivors have what's called Vigo's Marauder. Or, well, not Vigo's Marauder, but, like, Vigo's whatever. And it's in reference to Vigo the person. So, like, there's Vigo's Marauder for Jake. Just scroll through them. Vigo's Apprentice for Dwight. Does Meg not have one? I thought all the original survivors at least had one. They're the alternative to the, like, blighted skins for killers, effectively. Yeah, Vigo's Pupil. So, who is Vigo? Vigo is a character who is never encountered, but he's attributed as being, effectively a brilliant alchemist who was lost in the fog at some point. Vigo at one point was also banished to the lower layers of the entity's realm, and he managed to escape. So it's worth noting, the upper layer where the trials are taking place is kind of where the game is set, right? But there are other layers within the entity's realm. There's an area where I think it's called the Forgotten. Effectively, when souls are no longer of any use to the entity, effectively, like, a survivor just stops trying, they get kicked down into the Forgotten, where it's kind of like I guess, a holding area for souls that aren't of any use to the entity anymore. It's effectively like a frozen void. There's a few skins inspired by it, actually. Hold on. Yeah. And then there's, like, an occurrence within one of the lower realms called the Blight. And it refers to these, like, pustules that will grow from the ground and from, like, fleshy tendrils. There are two people within the lore who have been able to make use of this. Blight is the first one. So this guy was at one point an alchemist who was lost within the fog as well. He is notably not Vigo, though. So Blight had harnessed the pustules to create his serums, which incidentally, the unrefined versions of his serum turned him into what he is now. However, before this happened, he had been testing his serums on a lot of the killers. Which is how you ended up with a lot of the Blight skins. I swear Trapper had one. I guess not. I know Hillbilly does. Or maybe I'm just stupid. Alright, well, I do know that Legion has one. Yeah. All of these skins, you can see the injection that turned them into it. Effectively, before he became the Blight, he was, like, testing his serums on the killers. The other guy is Vigo. Vigo had managed to make a more refined serum out of the pustules that didn't have any, like, long-term side effects. And Vigo's alchemical genius is attributed to being the reason that there's a lot of things that happen in the fog that don't seem like the entity would have allowed that. So, like, the hatch, for instance, is believed to have been created by Vigo. There's a few other survivors who are in, like, a similar vein. There was a guy who I think he was just called the Observer. He had effectively managed to escape from the upper realms. And he had kind of held himself away within a tower where he was just learning about the entity and, like, I guess basically practicing magic. At least until the entity sent some of its, like, minions after him and chased him out. But yeah, there's a few characters who are never mentioned, but they're effectively, like, mythic level survivors. So Vigo created the hatch as well as, like, the refined serum. Some of the toolboxes, I believe, were stolen from Hillbilly. Although there's a guy named Alex somewhere who made the Saboteur box. Yeah, here's a note from, like, Vigo's own journal where he says, "I've created tools beyond compare and stood paralyzed as they were stolen from me. These are but a poor replica spat out by the fog." And that's in reference to the engineer's toolbox, so I believe Vigo is... Reading that, I would have to say that Vigo is probably not just an alchemist, he's probably a full artificer. Like, he's a genuine mastermind, effectively. In both science, engineering, and the theoretical supernatural. And a lot of, shit recovered is from Vigo. But there's other survivors as well. There's a... but Vigo's just the big one. My personal headcanon... so some of the survivors do actually know each other. Like, Sable and Michaela are best friends. But, my personal headcanon is that whenever trials go down, it's not necessarily always these people, right? There's probably just a bunch of unnamed characters that also go through the trials and then get, like, kicked down into the Forgotten Realm when they give up. These are just the fuckers who won't give up. And then it's probably the same token for killers. there's probably a whole slew of killers that the entity has, and maybe they just underperform, and the entity gets rid of them. Maybe they're extremely uncooperative, or the entity's not amused by them, and they get kicked into the Forgotten Layers. Yeah. Probably not to the same extent, but it's worth noting that Dwight isn't exactly, like... He's nervous, but he's not exactly, like, a coward. If you look at Dwight's perks, Dwight is actually a natural leader. It's both implied by the descriptions and his perks that Dwight is a natural leader. Who... He plays for a team, right? He's not necessarily, like... I don't know, a coward. He's just nervous. And to be fair, most people would be. Fuck, if you watch the original trailer that would play when Dead by Daylight came out, the only person who wasn't nervous was Jake. And that's because, if you remember Jake's perks, Jake has a calm spirit and an iron will. In the original, like, trailer, I believe it's Dwight gets hooked. And, it's Dwight or I think maybe Meg. I don't know. One of them gets hooked. And they're, like, fucking screaming. And Claudette's freaking out, but Jake calms her down because Jake is just fucking stoic. Anyway. That's gonna do it here. Thank you all for stopping by. I'll be live again tomorrow night, same time. With all that being said, love you. Bye-bye.